G'day guys, Al here from the Real Dad Movement. I have a special guest with us. Joining us today is Quinn. Hey mate, how you going?
Alex, fine.
Good?
Fine.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Just brought Quinn on today to share a bit of his background, share his story with us, where he was before he joined our program to where he is now 12 months later. So Quinn, good sir, take it away. You're going to share a bit of your story and background with us.
Yeah, sure. Well, basically my sporting career began when I was about 15 or 16 years old.
Yep.
Used to play a lot of soccer, used to do a lot of surfing. And then towards the end of high school, we had to go into the military. In South Africa, it was compulsory. So while I was there, I was approached by a guy that used to be a PTI, which is like your instructors.
Yep.
And he was organising like races and that, 5,000 and 3,000, and there was a mile that they ran. And I thought, well, I'm at the peak of my life now. I was only 19. I thought, I'm the man, you know, that's it. And everyone else, they looked like absolute professionals. Turned out that we ran under 4 minutes. I was so happy. I never ever expected to do anything like that ever.
Not many people in the world have done that, mate,
Oh,
really.
so we never realised it because you must remember that South Africa was isolated. And everything that we did was within the country.
Yep.
We couldn't play soccer or anything, as you know. Sport was okay for me, but I didn't really train as hard as I wanted to. And then I played soccer. And then I got big and heavier and stronger. But with that came the extra weight. And as I got older, it just from maybe 65 kilos, it went up to 90.
Yeah, wow.
And it hung around there.
So even with your background being pretty active with sports, playing soccer when you're younger, in the military, having a phenomenal, obviously training protocol that's built you to a sub 4 minute mile, which is, it's pretty impressive, guys, if you've never looked into that. And that's, that's pretty impressive. And even given the mental toughness, the training program, being active, you still found yourself in a position where I guess life gets in the way. Things change, circumstances change, fatherhood enters. You know, you've got a daughter, mate, I believe. So and that's a big thing we really hit home with guys. Like, no one's immune to this sort of stuff. It affects all of us, even myself on a daily basis, working in my gym every single day. Mate, talk us through that. Obviously, once fatherhood hit, how'd things change for you there, going from 65 to 90?
So Aaron was born in 2000. And I think, I wouldn't say almost the day that Aaron got, I can't say this, but the day I got married that was it.
Yeah.
The running went for a dip, everything.
Yeah.
So you change. Nothing to do with my wife and that. She's just your mind, you know.
Yep.
And anyway, then Aaron was born and things changed. So your focus doesn't become you anymore, it becomes the family. So you go to work, you do things, you come home, it's Aaron and it's Debbie. You're going back to work and you're coming back. So you know what it's like.
Absolutely,
Trying to change things to try and make things work. And because that happens, there's no real sacrifice, but you tend to let yourself go. You know, you don't do what you used to do because you've got more focus now. Being family orientated for me, which was glad, was major change for me.
And I guess being men as we are and generally proud, and I guess some of the older standard is it's truth, people putting masks on but sort of really suppressing I guess what's important to you and prioritising yourself and your body and your mental well-being. Was there something deep down inside of you though that did feel like you're losing a bit of yourself because of your background and
you never give that up. It's always in your head. And there's a saying, they say there's muscle memory, but to be able to have that, you've got to be in the shape you're in. Like you can't, I can't go now and go and run 5 kilometers 15 minutes. That'll be impossible because it's the right mind and that, and then the muscle memory. But always, that's always within you, as you know.
Well, let's fast forward now, mate. You've been with us for 12 months, so how do you feel in terms of, I guess, conquering and making steps towards where you want to be at the stage of life you're at? Because we're all on different journeys as well with similar similar circumstances. But yeah, how have you found obviously the last 12 months with ourselves? And
Well, when I walked to that tour over there, I was almost 100.
mm,
Now when I look back now, it's the best thing I ever done. I should have done this and met you 5 years ago. Honestly, my progress here has come from not being able to do a lot of things to be able to do it with your help and your guidance, and that, which we really cherish, you know.
Yeah.
And as my family here, Erin and Debbie doing the boot camp, and I do the CrossFit, I wouldn't have asked for anything better than that.
thanks, mate. Appreciate
No,
it.
serious.
You know, when you say something like that, it makes me look back and reflect on, I guess, the fitness industry as a whole. Like, people are always advertising, putting out there either just exercise regimes or the new shake or diet fad or pills for fat burners and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, doesn't seem to be any sustenance there, mate. They seem to be quick fixes that end up making people almost worse. But what would you say would be, I guess, the separator between people looking for that and something in, you know, having someone like myself to support you, guide you, you know, the program as a whole, and I guess that community of like-minded dads?
Well, from my personal point of view, there's an excuse that you always hear, oh, when I was younger, you know, when I was younger, blah, blah, and they leave it like that. So they grow up or they get older with this whole mentality. But when I walked in here and I saw you and I saw everyone else here, that's what I wanted straight away. I knew what I was looking for a long, long time. And I know there's a lot of people out there that, I wouldn't say people, but more of the older guys that have played sport before and are trying to find a way back. But yeah.
And it's funny when I heard you mention the 5 years. Like, why 5 years? Like, if we've got a dad there watching this testimonial right now, and he said we've tried what we've mentioned. He's tried shakes, diet, pills, you know, ebooks, downloading stuff, but hasn't actually experienced the support, the community that we have, and the coaching and development that I pride myself on in leading this movement. Like, what would you say to them if they're watching right now and you say 5 years? Like, how long has he been waiting for? And he's watching this video right now. Like, what would you say to him?
The only thing I can say is, and people like Alex that have this, what we're doing now, if we had people like this every day, I think the world would be a different place for fitness, because I know, like, diets and fads and pills and drinks and drugs and whatever you do don't work at all. It's basically being truthful to you and yourself and knowing where you are in life. And beauty about coming here and being coached by you is that the progression isn't big, it's small, but when I look back, it's big for me now. And I go like, wow, was that me?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Now look at me, you know? That's the only advice I can give. And I know there's hundreds of men out there that are trying to find what to do, but there isn't anyone to guide them to do it, because they hear this every day. Oh, you can lose 5 pounds in a week. It don't work. This works. It
you
really
know,
does work.
the fitness industry is a $9 billion industry with quick fads, fixes, diets, shakes. So they want people to keep coming, trying and failing,
That's
trying
right,
and failing. It's unbelievable, mate. But the biggest thing for me, mate, is seeing your progression and growth to a degree within yourself and your confidence, but your mindset. Like, how would you say your mental
mindset.
stability and health is with this?
I go home after this and I replay the whole session in my head, and I go, how can I improve on that? How can I do that? Wow, he did that. So okay, I'll go train. So you never too old. You, I mean, age is a number. It's an excuse.
Absolutely.
It is. I know some blokes out there that, like, you know, they play rugby league, and they were excellent, and then they just ended their career and they ended life.
Fall apart. Yeah.
And then they try all this and it doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, oh, mate, thanks, sir, for sharing your story with us.
Absolutely,
Much
sir.
appreciated.
Anytime.
Really love doing this sort of stuff, and I mean, that's a passion of mine, you know, helping dads just like you, you know, take the steps, take that path, you know, and carve the path away from where they're currently going, you know, like a bit of that red pill, blue pill moment, you know, like, this is where I'm currently at, and men, there are a lot of men out there, it could be one of them. You're not satisfied you know deep down there's a shift that needs to happen. And you know, Quinn's doing awesome, man. He just continues to progress and do well, and he's an ambassador for all the dads out there, and especially in what he said in you know, you're never too old and age is just a number, and you really can achieve it if you have the right support, the right coaching and structure, and sort of and leader helping and having that group and movement. So I hope you guys enjoyed this testimonial, and thank you again, sir.
Pleasure, sir.
Take care.
Pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, sir.